DimeDropper fan, vlog number 12, and it is raining out here in Los Angeles, so I'm going to keep it short. We got the Celtics in town, trying to make it 7 in a row. You know, the Celtics, I mean, obviously arguably the greatest franchise in the history of the game alongside the Lakers. They always bring a lot of fans wherever they go, and a lot of, you know, the West Coast contingent of Massachusetts people that have moved to the West Coast have moved here to Los Angeles. So I think you're going to get about at least 30% C's fans tonight, unfortunately. So we got to be even louder. Now, unfortunately, I did not RSVP to the game till this morning, and it doesn't work anymore. Apparently, the Clippers put in a new rule where you have to RSVP over 24 hours before the game to get in the Swell. So now, I'm probably going to be moved out of the Swell, which is a disaster. So let's just see if I can maybe find an open seat in the Swell. I don't know. Celtics are playing good basketball this year. Obviously, I went to school in Massachusetts, so I have a soft spot for them a little bit, but not really. Not a soft spot. I don't even know if I'd call it a Celtics sympathizer. More like a Celtics appreciator of history, I should say, and what they bring to the NBA. But we got to be loud tonight. Zubac is back, by the way. I forgot to say that. That is huge. He's going to come off the bench to start, according to Ty Lue. So it's going to be very interesting to see. If we lose the game, people are going to be so on his head, even though they shouldn't be. But whatever. Also, not as many pregame interviews tonight because I'm going to be doing a radio appearance with Adam before the game. So thank you, Adam. And let's go Clips. Let's see if we can make it 7 in a row. Gonna try a new food item, apple hand pie. I am an apple pie fan. All right, kind of looks like an apple turnover kind of deal. Let's give it a taste test. Not that warm, but it's pretty good. Got that nice cinnamon or caramelized apple kind of feel to it, flaky. If it was warm, I think it'd be really good, like fresh. But I'll give it a 8 out of 10. It's pretty good. I figured I'd see you again. I saw you during the 2020. You were in the video in the 2024 vlog.
I want to say it was 23 actually, or the
No, it was 2024.
24, okay.
So talk to me about this Celtics team. You know, you've had the season without Jason Tatum, but still playing really good basketball and coming into town. How you feeling about this team so far this season?
To be honest, I haven't watched that many games, but I will say I'm not surprised at the results. 8, if I counted correctly, 8 of the active players were actually playing, maybe 7 active playing. They won the championship in 2024. These are proven players, you know what I mean? They're not scrubs by any means. We got new guys. I'm not too familiar with, you know, Hugo and Luka Garza. We got the young guys. But Jordan Walsh, he's back, and he's starting, and he's stepping up. So, you can't complain about the team. The team they're great. They're third place, I believe, and I believe they'll make noise in the playoffs when they get there.
Jaylen Brown having pretty much a career year.
I want him to average 30. He's right there. I think he's averaging 31 at the moment, if I'm not mistaken, 31. Yeah, he's just great. He's a great player all around.
You said you've watched a lot of Clipper games this season. We've won 6 in a row after being the most disappointing team in the league. Zubac comes back tonight. How do you feel about the way the Clippers have been playing this season, the good and the bad?
I was disappointed, to be honest. I mean, I'm a Kawhi guy. I know you don't like Kawhi stands, but I'm a Kawhi guy.
You're not a Kawhi stan, though. You're wearing a Robert Parrish jersey right now.
Okay. I am a Kawhi guy, so I'm happy he's playing great. Some of the other players on the team, I gotta see. John Collins, I liked him at first. I'm not sure what I'm really getting out of him. Zubac is my guy all the way to James Harden. Sometimes you're gonna get something good. He looks awful at times, but then you look at the box score and he has 30, 10, and 10. So it's like, what are we getting? Clippers, let's see. They've been struggling, but 6 in a row is cool. That's great. I'm glad they got the 6 in a row. Tonight, I hope it stops though. We gotta be honest.
Score prediction?
I'm tough with that. It's gonna be high score, 120, 110.
120, 110 Celtics?
Celtics all the way.
All right, appreciate it, bro. A lot of Celtics fans in the building, man. Way too many. I would say right now, like 40% at least.
Sometimes we're just like,
7 in a row? I don't like these Boston fans in here, man. They're only here because Boston's fucking cold. And LA's the place to be. Talk about it. Go Dodgers. Go Clippers.
It's early.
Nixon in the house. Wave to the, we got his attention earlier. Wave to the Swell. Of course, one of the guys that made me a Clipper fan, Sam I Am, who I got to meet this summer at Summer League. Hope they cool down, but we can be much better defensively. A lot of miscommunications on switches and in transition. John Collins got us back in it with threes, but we need more from Kawhi as well. Celtics playing some pretty good D on our stars right now.
Hi, Dime.
It's good to see you.
You too.
So we're on a 6-game winning streak.
We sure
First
are.
Off, how do you feel about the way that we're playing during the
I'd
streak?
love it if we, during the streak, I feel like Kawhi is holding it down, and that's a little bit concerning because that's not sustainable. So I'm hoping that we can kind of get it together in several other ways. But also tonight, I would love for us to get back on defense. I think that's our biggest issue right now. We don't look like we care. I also think that Chris and Kawhi can't be off the floor at the same time. I think we need at least one on the floor.
Who and who?
Chris Dunn and Kawhi Leonard. We cannot have both of them sitting down at the same time. It is not going to work. It is not going to happen. So I would love for us to I would love for Tyler to work that out.
Let me ask you, how do you feel about the Zubac thing? He's back. A lot of fans have been saying that they think we're better without him. Where are you on that argument?
I was a little bit nervous, but y'all saw him tonight. I mean, woo! I'll act crazy if I have to. Anyways, I really liked the rhythm we had, but I don't feel like we started the game well, and Brooke was starting the game. We threw Zubac in, and I think Zubac was like, "This is why you miss me." Right. So I don't think that's a huge issue.
So we're still better with Zoo.
I think so.
Okay. Are we gonna pull this one out?
We better. I'm here.
Last question. What do you think the ratio of fans is tonight? A lot of Celtics fans, but
there's a horrifying amount of Celtics fans. Honestly, this is the first game where I've looked around and been like, damn, there's as much of them as they are of us, and I don't like it. But I'm also sitting in Maine, so I'm sitting directly across from the wall, so I'm in Celtics territory.
Right. What do you think? 50-50 overall?
Probably.
Okay. Appreciate it.
Got you.
It's been a while.
Yep.
How do you feel about the way that we're playing in this winning streak?
I think we're playing well. We have a good defense, solid offense, but tonight we need to hit the three, play more defense, have more energy.
How do you feel about the game right now? It's the first time we've been down at the half in a little bit. What we got to do better?
I think we gotta play some defense.
Yeah.
That's what we need to do. Knock down some shots. That's all. We're good.
Any players that need to step up defensively individually?
James Harden.
Okay.
James Harden.
And then Zubac is back. How do you feel about the whole Zoo Lopez conversation? People are saying that we might be better without Zoo. Lopez is a better fit for the team. Where are you at on that?
I feel like Lopez is a good fit because they're always double teaming Kawhi, and Lopez is a solid shooter. So yeah.
Are we gonna win this game?
Yes.
Jaylen Brown cannot miss right now. He's got 39 through 3 quarters. He's having fun right now. Jaylen Brown's been by far the best player on the floor. He's causing all sorts of problems. We're not rebounding. It's not looking good. I think we might be, our streak might be coming to an end tonight, and you got to give them credit. Their role players are hitting shots, but it all starts with JB. They got 113 points after the third quarter. Harden's got 14. He got to be better. Kawhi's got, I think, 18. He's got to be better. Derrick White has more points than either of them. Rick Jones Jr. just went down again against the Celtics. He got injured against them in November, and he's been back for 4 games, and he couldn't even put weight on his leg. Like, the last thing we need right now, man. I don't know what the Celtics have against Derrick Jones, but fuck him for this, man. Jesus. We were just down by 21. Can we make a run? It's got to come now. We haven't seen Toby Sanders in the second half really at all. He cannot be stopped right now. Size-wise, we were starting to smaller guard now. Yes, sir. Jaylen Brown gonna be the second guy to get 50 in the last week. He cannot miss right now. Celtics fans are loving it. Fuck them. Outside INTUIT Dome, where our 6-game winning streak has come to an end at the hands of the Boston Celtics. Raul, what went so horribly wrong tonight? We ended up losing by 31 in the end.
Off the jump, we just weren't hustling. We weren't getting our rebounds. We gave them a lot of offensive rebounds. And overall, our switches weren't as good as we should have, as we were playing the past 6 games. And overall, the Boston Celtics just outplayed us, especially Jaylen Brown.
Do you think, well, Zubac came back in this game. Do you think Zubac's return hurt us at all, or do you think it was just everything else and that's not really a story at all?
I don't think it should be a story at all. He was on minute restrictions. He didn't play as much. I think it was just the overall team. We just didn't play how we should have, and the hustle, like I said, just wasn't there.
Did we get enough out of Kawhi and James Harden tonight?
Absolutely not. Especially out of James, they're getting doubled, but we need more production out of them. But we did get a lot of production from our role players. It sucked the way DJ went down, but we got to bounce back on Monday against the Warriors and hopefully get a dub.
Is this kind of a return back to earth game, or is it just a one game, no big deal kind of situation?
I'm gonna look at it as a one game, because the Boston Celtics are a good team at the end of the day, but we underperformed today, but we're gonna bounce back.
Yeah, I just wanted to ask one more thing. Thoughts on Jaylen Brown's performance? I mean, the guy was pretty electric tonight, and if you're gonna lose a game, you're gonna lose a game to a guy playing at that level.
Yeah, no words. Kawhi did the same thing about a week ago, and you just tip your cap off to it. He had a great game, and he just couldn't miss. He had it tonight.
Gonna be here against the Warriors?
Oh, I will. Best believe that. Well, we're gonna support and we're gonna get that dub. Best believe that.
Appreciate it, Raul. Thank you, man. Thank you. Outside INTUIT Dome, where the Clippers have our 6-game winning streak has come to an end. My man, remind me your name. I saw you the other night.
Tay?
Tay. Yeah. So what went so wrong tonight, man? We lost by 31 points after winning 6 games in a row.
I feel like we really never got into an offensive rhythm. I thought it was a lot of ISO ball. Harden didn't really have a good night. Zoo was back, but I felt like we really didn't get him into the flow. No pick and roll game with them, and really Jaylen Brown and Derrick White were having the game of their lives. So sometimes you tip your hat off to great performances, and they are world champions. So I think it's more of the greatness of Brown tonight that really led to our loss. We did everything we can, especially in the second half. Our defense stepped up, but Brown was just having a game of his life. So that's that.
What do you think about Kawhi tonight? Do you think you got enough out of him?
Definitely we could have expected more. I mean, I know he scored 24 or 26, but I think, he definitely had to be more aggressive. I think he had to look for more of his shots. But he did what he can, but I really think it was, Jaylen Brown that was having a game of his life that really led to our loss.
Does this feel like, we're back down to earth, remind you that the Clippers aren't that good, or is it just a one-game situation? Let's see if we can get a goal this game before we say that we really cooled down.
I think it's a one-game situation. Celtics are having a great season. They're playing a really good team basketball, really well coached. So let's see how we do against the Warriors. I'm not sure if Steph Curry or Butler will be back. And if they are, and if we're able to beat them at full strength, I can say that we're still, having a great momentum.
Will you be here that night?
Of course, Monday night, but doesn't matter. You're them off. Thanks. Thank you, Derrick. Have a good night.
Yo, just want to give a big apology to the Australian kid that was in the video. My mic was dead, so it wasn't logical for me to use the video because nobody could hear what you were saying or what I was saying. So if you want that video, and the Australian kid is in the comments watching this video, please, DM me on Instagram or Twitter. I can send you the video, but you couldn't hear anything. So that's on me, guys. That's on me. My bad, Australian guy. Thank you for listening, though. Inside INTUIT Dome, where we've just lost by 31 to the Celtics. Mason, give me your thoughts on that one, man.
On one hand, we didn't play a bad game offensively. I mean, we shot, 50% from the field, 39% from the field. That's not bad. But Jaylen Brown, he is having an exceptional year. Honestly, if it weren't for the existence of other players in the league, I would be willing to give him my MVP vote. What he has been doing with this Celtics team without Tatum is, you have to appreciate it as someone who's a fan of the sport. And tonight was probably his best performance of the season with a 50 ball. It's difficult to say that, it's difficult to draw a lot of conclusions of, oh, Clippers play bad, if they do X, Y, and Z. Because when you have someone just play a game like that, it's difficult to win no matter what.
Thoughts on why was our defense so bad? I mean, besides Jaylen Brown's amazing shot making, was there anything else you saw?
Yes, there were a couple other things. I think that we gave them too many threes. We stopped getting rid of their role players a little too late. I think we need to be much more aggressive on the perimeter. And specifically, I think Zoo needs to be a lot more progressive on the perimeter. I understand that, minutes restriction. This is literally his first game back from injury. So I imagine he'll get better, but we just need to be much better with our perimeter defense because that's what really killed us in our big 3-19 stretch. Was we just gave up 1 trillion threes. And while we did a good job of getting back a lot of those threes, there are tons of stretches where they hit a 3, we hit a 3, they hit a 3, and we just kept trading threes. And that's all well and good, but we need to make it so that we go positive on those trades rather than just neutral.
Right. And do you think this is going to cause some fans to try to use Ivica Zubac as a scapegoat? He came back, we lost.
I think it's too early to do that. I think that, again, he's on a minutes restriction. He didn't really do anything anyway, but also he was on a minutes restriction. Kind of just by intention, he's not really going to do a whole lot with that. So we're not going to really have a good conclusion about how valuable Zoo is to this team until he actually starts getting substantial minutes, and if not, he gets reinserted into the starting lineup. I don't know. Would you rather see him be reinserted into the starting lineup? I think you're going to have to ask me that again in like 2 games.
Okay.
Because I need a bigger sample size with him and Brooke actually both being healthy.
And then my last question is thoughts on the Celtics fans. What do you think the ratio was tonight? That was pretty painful at the end.
Probably around 50-50, maybe
Okay.
Slight Celtic edge, I think. The Celtics fans were very loud throughout the game, mostly because their team was doing really well.
Yeah.
It's the only really time that an opposing team's fans have actually gotten a chant going in INTUIT this year, which is really saying something because we've been playing, we played some pretty bad ball for a month and a half. And then before I even go, I'd be remiss if I didn't say it. Derrick Jones Jr., please get better. I fear the worst with this particular one. Because we got really lucky the last time with that MCL sprain. I have a very bad feeling we will not get nearly that lucky this time. So,
well,
fingers crossed, but
all is well though, other than the Derrick injury. If we win on Monday against the Warriors,
yeah, I'd say.
Appreciate it, Mason. Thank you. We'll see you then.
Yep.
All right, Christina, our winning streak has come to an end at the hands of the Celtics by 31. How did it go so awfully wrong tonight?
Well, if you're into superstition, you might say Zoo came back, and there goes our winning streak, but I think it goes beyond that. I liked what we did defensively with their last 6 games, and I thought that we should have kept it going.
But what do you think? What do you think changed? Because
I think Ty Lue revert back to small ball.
Okay. But do you think he did that because our bigs could not guard? Because Brook Lopez was struggling.
They got to play through it.
Okay.
You got 48 minutes. Figure it out. Play through it. They're going to figure it out. They did it for the last 6 games. They'll make adjustments. I think it gave us a boost in offense going small, but with a team like Boston, and they were aggressive all game, we really paid it on the defensive side. We had no rim protection. They were very aggressive. They got their hands on everything. Offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds. When you think we got the ball, and they just snatch it right out of your hands. So they were being too aggressive.
Did we get enough from James and Kawhi tonight, you think?
I think it was going to be a tough game for both of them anyways. I think Boston had game plan for them, but I think that's why it was important to have a big to stretch the floor so that Kawhi and James could have a much more easier, an easier path to getting their shots. So, yeah.
Some people that are going to watch this are going to say, Christina, Brook Lopez didn't play well. Do you think, but he only got 13 minutes, so you think he should have just gotten more burn?
I think he's a pro. He's a vet. He would have figured it out, just like Batum did.
Okay.
Batum was shooting threes and missing all season long. The last 2 games, he's making it. So I think there is some patience to your craft.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we just can't be like, oh yeah, let's just throw the baby in the bathwater because it's not working for 2 seconds.
So do you think this loss says anything about the team, or is it just, one, hurdle in the road, and if we win on Monday, all is well again?
I think it's how you go into Monday.
Okay.
So I think if the game plan is to do the same thing as tonight, we're going to lose on Monday. If the game plan is, you know what, let's do what worked, because why?
Well, let me ask you a question. What worked is Yannick off the bench. But now we have
Yes.
Zubac, so you're not going to get 3 bigs most likely.
Well, I mean, hey, if Zoo needs to work his way back in, then that's what he needs to do.
But working his way back in, does that mean sitting on the bench the whole time? Because that won't be working his way back in.
Well, I mean, like, if someone's playing better and you're winning, then you grow up and you do the work to get better, and to get back into the starting lineup and to get back into playing.
So you're saying you should bench Zoo right now until he gets back into form?
I mean, if someone's playing better, then hey, that's how it works.
Okay.
I mean, you're a coach. Like, would you?
Yeah, but I'm not dealing with NBA egos.
I know.
So.
I know. But I think you continue to do what caused you to win.
So don't put Zubac in the rotation. Keep it where it's at. And
I think you figure out a way how to use him when needed. But I think you start off with Brooke. You start off with Yannick. And if Yannick can't handle the bigs, then you put Zoo in. But I think that's how the pecking order should go as right now.
Okay. Well, we see you on Monday against Golden State.
Yes, you will.
Thank you.
All right, you're welcome.
Outside INTUIT Dome, where we've just had our 6-game winning streak snapped at the hand of the very impressive so far this season, Boston Celtics. Now, the only thing that really makes me mad is, I would say at least 40% of the stadium was Celtics fans, which you expect there, a fan base like the Lakers that travels everywhere, and a lot of their, people, a lot of Bostonians and massholes are here in Los Angeles, because why wouldn't you want to be in Los Angeles? It's cold over in Massachusetts. So, and I love Boston. That's my second home. Massachusetts is, of course, UMass alum, proud. But today it was Jaylen Brown's show. The 50-point performance. He had an answer to every single defensive coverage that we had. Drop coverage, pull-up jumpers he was hitting. We were hedging on the screens. He was making plays out of the double team. He was unstoppable, and the other guys were making shots. Derrick White, Sam Hauser, Jordan Walsh, Anthony Simons. All these guys hit a 3 or 2, and their role players were better than us. I thought John Collins was great, though, and then Derrick Jones Jr., he was so good. And he was injured against the Celtics. And now he comes back for 4 games, and he gets injured against the Celtics again. And it was very, unfortunate to see that he could barely put weight on his leg. It's just, we can't really afford that right now. But we saw the return of Zoo. He was on a minutes restriction, so he didn't really do anything. And he and Brook Lopez both got torched, whether it was in drop coverage, hedging the ball screens. They could not stay in front. They did not really contest shots at the rim. And their point of attack defenders were better than ours. Chris Dunn is great, but he's still only 6'3", and Jaylen Brown had his way with him. They had much, and you got to give Jaylen Brown a lot of credit. He was taking the Kawhi assignment. They were all, Jordan Walsh, Hauser, Jaylen Brown, they all did a hell of a job, and Derrick White, of course, on James and Kawhi. So they made life tougher for them than we made for their stars. And they had more threes, and they did a better job on the glass. Nico's got to do a better job boxing out. Brook Lopez has got to do a better job boxing out. Zubac has to do a better job talking in transition. It's not just one game. This whole season, he just runs to the rim. He doesn't pick up a guy on the perimeter. If he's the closest guy to somebody on the perimeter, he needs to just take them in transition. So, and then our back line, when we hedge on the ball screens, the only person or people that seem to do anything on the backside are Derrick Jones Jr. and John Collins. Other than that, it's a layup line once they make that first pass over the top. So, they were much better than us. So you got to tip your hat to them. I don't think this is too big of a conclusion, too big of a game to draw conclusions from for the Clippers. We're not a great team right now, but we're playing better basketball. And we need to see how we do against the Warriors to say that, maybe we got brought back down to earth. But the rotation change, not seeing Kobe Sanders really in the second half, Yannick obviously being taken out of the rotation, that's something that's tough because we've got into a little bit of a rhythm. So, that's the tough part. But let's see what happens. The Celtics, very impressive performance by Jaylen Brown at the end of the day. You got to just give him credit. And we needed more from our stars. But the bright side, John Collins had a good game. So that's all I'll say. Let's see how we do against the Warriors. I wouldn't sweat it too much. But every single defensive flaw in our team got exposed today. Lack of transition D, lack of boxing out, the fact that Chris Dunn's our best defender and he's on the smaller side, the fact that our bigs are not switchable and they were hitting threes, and then James Harden, he can't really move his feet. I'm not going to really beat a dead horse about it. And then even Kawhi off the ball has kind of had some lapses in concentration this season. So we can be much better defensively, but let's see how we do against the Warriors. Credit to the Celtics. They're playing really good basketball and they got a good win. And we saw some not legendary, but some superstar level ball tonight from Jaylen Brown. As a basketball fan, you got to appreciate that. So make sure you like, subscribe, and comment. Hope you enjoyed the game and hope you've enjoyed these vlogs recently. Go Clippers. We'll be back on Monday.